Dear Diary, it's been a while. Last night, me and V finally kissed. It was amazing. It was amazing. I've been thinking about this moment for so long, and it was just exactly what I was expecting. But then he started to feel on my hair, and my wig moved. I'll have to learn to pin it down. I think it's still too early in our relationship for him to see what's happening with my hair. Yeah, I think that will work. Until next time, diary. I know things will go well. XOXO, Kabano.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kopana Shimange and this is How I Do Things, the show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now you can take it as advice, use it, don't use it, it is completely up to you. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Now, have you tried this before? Buying a brand new diary and thinking to yourself, I'm gonna write in this diary every single day. I will pour my heart out and I'll be consistent with it. And then give it a couple of days and you've just lost it. You don't even know where the thing is. Journaling is something that we all want to start. Well, many of us want to start, but we can't seem to keep the habit, or it's just something that we just can't pick up. Something that's just not the right fit. We know we want to start it. We know it's good for us, but maybe it's just the style or the timing, or there's just something that's just not fitting with journaling. Finding time to journal is like finding time for yourself. It is that thing that helps you have a relationship with yourself. It's time to yourself, to build yourself for yourself. It is such great self-work that it's like investing the time in yourself, and it's the best investment you could ever make. So if you've been thinking of journaling and you're thinking to yourself, how do I actually start this thing and how do I actually keep up with it, then this video is for you. And even if you haven't thought about it, you may want to find out more of the benefits and how it can actually help to develop you for yourself. If you have any questions that you want to send to me, head over to my Instagram at Kopana Shimange and look for this picture right here. Click and reply. Let me know what question you have for me or scenario about being a woman, relationships, being in love, your man, being a boss, or being a mommy. And we'll do a video about it soon. But enough about that. Let's get into today's episode all about journaling. I'm one of those people who has stacks and stacks of journals. I have two different types. My professional journals, the ones that I use for my work, I bullet journal and I make sure that I have all my tasks for the day written out. All my meetings, I write them down. I'm the type of person who likes the pen and the paper. I'm still old school like that and it works really well for me. I can page back to my first year in business and see all the notes that I made with my then clients, with the things that I've learned. It's all there in my journals. I'm very good at my work journals. But when it comes to my personal life, to my me journey, to reflecting and seeing what is happening in my life, journaling is a little bit of a disaster. It may take me 2 years to fill up one journal, but at least I'm doing something every now and again. So I'm not consistent at it, but I've been able to keep a journal to reflect with myself for many years, maybe even 10, 15 years of my life I've been journaling. But I'm not an everyday type of journal person, but you may be. When it comes to picking up a journal and trying to learn the habit of journaling, it's all about keeping it simple, not putting pressure on yourself to do too much too soon, and also finding the right style for you. So here are 8 different types and styles of journaling, and one of them is an amazing way to start a business. I'll tell you more about it in a bit. Number 1 is reflection. It's all about that, dear diary, this is what happened today, and this is how I feel about it. That's exactly what reflection is all about. It's about getting deep into your feels, saying what happened today and how you feel about it. If you journal once a week, it's about just looking at the events throughout the week and reflecting on them. The beautiful thing about this one, it is such an amazing way to develop yourself. Reflect on what has gone wrong and what has gone right and how you can grow from it. It can only be good for you. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever tried the Dear Diary approach to keeping your journal. Number 2 is documenting. It is nothing special about it. No feels, no frills, no fuss, nothing. Just a plain today. I pooped twice. I went to the mall. I bought tissue and then life was great. Literally, that's all what documenting is about. It's just about a record of what has happened. You don't have to reflect about it. It's just taking notes. So you know that on December 21st, 2013, this is what happened. It's such a nice thing to find these types of journals when you maybe have found them from a great grandfather or a grandmother or someone who has passed on, who has left records of their life. It's really interesting to look back on their lives. And if you feel like one day I'm going to be a legend and one day someone's going to want my journal, so I am writing them, then this may be a perfect one for you. At the end of every week or at the end of every day, you can sit down and just document the important things that have happened to you. And it's an easy one to do. No need to reflect or to dig into your feels. The third type of journal is about tracking. This is for someone who wants to see their behavior and learn to change it, edit it, or make it even better. The ones that I've learned from are the food journal. So the food journal is basically saying what you ate throughout the day. If you are trying to maybe lose weight or even gain weight or just to see your food and eating habits, this is an amazing journal. It's just a normal piece of paper where you are just tracking. I had this for breakfast, I had this many glasses of water, this is what I had for supper, and this is what I had for lunch. These are the snacks that I have had. It's not necessarily about counting your calories, but it's really just about looking at your behavior when it comes to your food. This is amazing for people who work out. This is amazing for anybody who wants to augment and look at the way that they approach their food. If you feel as though you want to change your food habits, this is an amazing place to start. The next type of tracking is about time, which is usually the way that people journal is looking at this time, this is what I did, at this time, this is what I did, and this is how I basically spent my day. I'm the type of person who used to love time blocking. So time journals used to work really well for me. Knowing that I woke up at this time, I did this between that time and this, I had my lunch at 12, I had another work session between 2 and 3, and then after that I was free after 4. That is the type of journal that you keep just to track your behavior when it comes to the third type of journal, which I absolutely love, is the baby journal. So this is the plug for the day. This is With Love, a baby journal, which I received from a mommy who has an absolutely amazing business. She sent me this journal and I absolutely love it. I've recommended it to all my friends and I'd recommend it to anybody else who wants to keep track of their baby. Now, when baby is born, you may be feeling like you're all over the place, and this journal helps me to track baby's poop, baby's sleep, what she's eating, when she ate, so that your mind is not all over the place. Trying to remember things can be so difficult, and it just clogs your brain with too many things. It's like having a lot of balls flying in the air. It helps you to track that when your baby ate, is your baby losing appetite? Is your baby gaining weight? Are they reacting fine to food? Have you changed something in their behavior? A lot of the times when your baby gets sick or when your baby's behavior changes, you can link it back to what they're eating, what they're doing, and how they're behaving around certain things. And keeping this journal really helps me to do that. It has also helped me to track what I'm pumping and so on. Yes, I have trackers on my phone, but I found that with this journal, I can track everything from what they're doing throughout the day, how many times she woke up, when we woke up, what day it is, anything that I need on the shopping list, any general notes. I also have a full meal plan for my baby in this book. And I've had this meal plan since she was about 5 months, and I keep it in here and I'm tracking it the entire time. Sometimes I forget what food I started with and how many days she's been eating the same food. And this really helps me to just keep my mind clear and keep track of what baby's doing and what I'm doing for her as well. Number 4 is the brain dump. Do you know that there's such a thing as decision fatigue? When you just are making so many decisions in the day that your brain just gets fatigued. You just have so many things that you have stored in your brain that you're constantly making decisions about, and it just gets too much. There's a limit of questions that a brain can answer throughout the day, and many of us, we just continue to ask our brain questions over and over and over again, and we just get mentally exhausted. So sometimes you can keep a journal just to brain dump. If you have a thought floating around in your head, write it down, get it out, and vacate that space in your brain for something else. This really helps with productivity, and it's something that I have also learned to do, especially professionally. If I have an idea, whether it's a business idea, a life idea, whatever it is, I like to write it down, get it out of my brain, and it's gone, it's fine. If I need to remember it, I have it. Sometimes I do this on my phone, and it really does help for me to track any thoughts that I have and to make sure that I don't keep all these thoughts in my mind, which can actually cause physical fatigue as well. You can keep a brain dump journal, one next to your bed, so that if you have an idea in the middle of the night that's keeping you awake, you just open it up and write it down. You can brain dump at the end of every day so that you don't sleep with a whole lot of thoughts in your mind, so that you can get the day out of your brain. Brain dumping is just about any floating thoughts, anything that's in your mind, getting rid of it, putting it on a piece of paper so you can vacate that space and have that stillness in your mind for the rest of your day. Number 5 is something I've tried time and time again, the 30-day journal, where it is guided, where you're given a thought for the day and then you have to fill it out. It's kind of hard to keep up with the habit and to write in a journal every single day, and it seems as though it's so much work. And these guided journal journeys are actually so amazing. I just can't seem to do it, and I actually really want to try it right before I turn 30. So maybe I'll try it, I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I love these because they help you to explore certain topics, but at the same time it does get a bit difficult for you to go through a guided journal. Speaking of which, I've actually edited and created my own guided journal, not available yet, but it's such an amazing thing because it takes you through a journey, whether it is manifestation, whether it is working through a certain topic or working through a certain issue, whether it is you're trying to get a hold of your anxiety and you want to try and get that mental stillness and that confidence back. Whatever it is, a guided journal journey actually really helps for you to dive into certain topics that you may have been avoiding, and it forces you to sit down and be still with those thoughts. Number 6 is a simple Q&A. Question for the day, you answer it and you're done. Whether you fill up a whole page or you fill up just a short one, doesn't really matter. It's really all up to you. Number 7 is all about taking the simple approach to journaling. It's all about the essentials of journaling. What are the essential thoughts or the essential events that you're going through? It means that you don't have to journal every day. It is when you need to journal, then you journal. And if you do, no more than 5 lines. Something that will take you 10 minutes to do, and it becomes really easy. Essential pieces of information. No need to dive deep into your brain and into your thoughts and into your feelings. Just keep it essential. What is the point? Write it down and move on. And finally, number 8. Mission journaling. This is all about a point A and a point B. I am here right now and I'm going to journal through the journey from where I am to where I want to be. I have no money. I am going to journal every single day until I have 100,000 Rand in my bank account. This has a clear start and a clear ending. And when you get to the end, you close the book and you're done. This type of mission journaling is all about noting the specific actions that you took and the steps that you took. It's all about getting down to the methodology that you use to achieve a goal. This is so amazing because this is something that you can do and you can actually sell. If you're getting to a point where I'm going to learn how to braid my hair and I'm going to journal the process of doing that, then you can literally sell that as a guided journal to somebody else. You can create a course out of it. You can sell it as an ebook to show people that these are the steps that I followed to go from being broke to having 1 million Rand. And these are the steps that you can follow as well. Go through my experiences with me. This is such an amazing way to start a business, and it's such an amazing way to make extra cash. But you have to really be deliberate about it and have some sort of professional view on it. So it's not just about writing what you want. It's always about day 1, step 1, day 2, step 2, day 3, step 4, 5, and 6. that's what you want to do. So it is about the method that you used to complete the mission that you are on. So if you've been thinking to yourself, I really do want to start a journal and an ebook or sell a book on a journey that I'm going through, then be deliberate about it. This is also amazing for people who love to cook. So start a journal on the food that you're cooking and how you cook them. This is an amazing way for you to start a business on whatever you are passionate about if there's a process that you are following. Step A, point A to point B. What you did, how you did it, and how you felt and went through the process. People love journeys. People love to hear your story. So if you are able to show people a process, step 1, day 1, until step number whatever, day 100, and you've accomplished the goal, then people feel as though it's a normal thing. They can relate to you. It is sellable. There's a story attached to it, and it's very doable. So if you've been thinking about how am I going to start a business, maybe you can think about a process that you're going through, something that you're learning, that you can journal the mission from the start to the end. Turning that into an ebook and selling it could be a great idea. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know down in the comment section down below if there's a journaling method that you want to start. Are you inspired to start a journal and maybe even turn it into a business? Let us know in the comment section and let's get this conversation going. Give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. But that's it for today's episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I'm Kopana Shmange and this is How I Do Things.